Here are 10 Xbox Game Pass suggestions for the month of March. Some are available right away, and some of them released throughout the month. Now with that, be sure to leave a like so that more people are able to check this out. Starting off with Wreckfest. This is a really fun, derby-focused game where you're able to just have a bunch of cars smashing each other, causing lots of destruction and mayhem. It has traditional races, it has direct battles, it has multiplayer online. It's just got a ton of really great content to it, and it's fantastic to see how these vehicles can just get absolutely decimated, as you're seeing in this derby scene particularly. The vehicles just get like so crunched up. It's really dynamic, it's really quite awesome. And there's also a level of humor too. You can like race on lawnmowers or on sofas. It looks really good, it's quite impressive, and generally just a very well done, unique sort of racing game because of the destruction. So cool. This is Elite Dangerous. If you've ever wanted to fly around the cosmos in a special ship, this is perfect for you. It's got many dynamic elements to it in regards to what you're doing. You know, trading, exploring. They continue to expand the game in unique ways, adding all of this different content that changes the scope and the style of it. The idea is to present a realistic 1-to-1 scale open representation of the Milky Way. So it's definitely a very different sort of experience. Again, really leaning on those kind of flight enthusiasts, space enthusiasts, because you're able to go around and just explore this vast amount of place with these different ships. And it's just really quite unique in terms of what it's trying to provide, whether you're going into different factions, exploring different situations. It's a very unique sort of experience is what I'm trying to get at if you want something that's a little bit more hardcore space flying wise. This is Madden NFL 21. This includes the regular version, or actually the next gen one as well. So jump out there on the field, grab the ball, and get moving as you aim to score touchdowns, whether you're in the career mode, playing online with others, exploring the yard, which is a new kind of like customized, focused experience where you're making your player look all fancy and everything like that with weird costumes and competing. It's got a plethora of different modes, and I mean, it's Madden, right? Play it a bunch of different ways. There's like some story type content, there's character customization, there's, you know, running a season, all the teams of the NFL, all available here, capturing the sport of football. I think quite well in terms of just providing a lot of content, and they continue to update it and keep it current with the rosters that are going on at any point in the season. This is Dirt 5. What an absolutely incredible racing experience. A true next-gen showcase of just what we're going to be expecting out of racing titles. It's got some beautiful next-generation modes, but it's also great on all of platforms as well, with a beautiful selection of locations, stunning options in terms of what time of day you want to play in, the type of weather you want to deal with, the type of cars you want to race. There's a career mode, there's quick play, there's multiplayer, there's this really, really well done playground mode where you're basically either playing maps that others have created or you're making your own, and it's very intuitive in that regard, so there are some really great creations in that one. Regardless, it's a gorgeous game, it plays well, it's a lot of fun, definitely worth checking out, and such a great evolution on the Dirt racing franchise. They did fantastic here with this one. This is Killer Queen Black. It's an intense, multiplayer focused experience. You could play it with bots, but the real fun of this is playing online and competing with others. It's got crossplay. You're basically in this like hive sort of situation. One player on each team is the queen. Queen has so many lives. The other players are kind of the workers. They're doing their thing. There are a few different ways to win, whether you're collecting points, getting the snail across, eliminating the other queen. It's fast-paced, it's frantic, and as you can tell, there's a ton of stuff going on. It looks very simplistic, but there's actually some really deep strategies to this one with the different ways you can win around, and I think it's quite well done in that regard. It was genuinely a surprising experience because I did not expect it to be so unique and different and wild. It was not what I anticipated from the cover material of it. I was like, whoa, this is nuts, and yeah, definitely a cool one. This is Star Wars Squadrons, the ultimate newest iteration of flying about in space and battling it out. You play through the Empire side, you play through the Rebels or the New Republic side. You're blasting, whether you're playing in the single-player campaign or engaging in multiplayer online with others. It's epic, it's fast-paced, it's quite gorgeous. I know I've said that before about another game, but seriously, the space setting, the scenes, the look of the game, it's just genuinely an incredible experience. If you like, the whole flying situation, it feels quite authentic to that aspect of Star Wars, while also in general just being a really good flying type sim if you like that sort of thing, with good dogfights, epic battles, unique situations, and an interesting sense of scale in this one as you're working through, again, either the story or competing with others in a range of different multiplayer modes that are present, which I thought was pretty cool to have. This is Mass Effect Andromeda, prepared for the, bringing back the collection, the remastering of the first 3 Mass Effect titles by jumping into Andromeda and having a good little adventure and getting yourself acquainted with, not that universe, but, a universe in general. So this features a long, decently long single-player campaign, long if you go and you do all the side stuff, and then also a fairly decent and well-put-together cooperative multiplayer setting as being shown here, where you have your troop, or your trooper, you customize them, you battle with others, and survive waves of enemies. Play it your way, enjoy the single-player campaign that sets forth onto a new world to adventure, a new galaxy to take in, and basically try to get humanity and the various factions that you're with a fresh start in this new cosmos. Definitely a unique entry in the series, that's for sure. This is NBA 2K21, the latest entry in the basketball series that has absolutely dominated the sport in the modern era. This includes the regular version and the next-gen version as well. Hit the courts with new features, adjustments, and ways to play as you enjoy with, basically being the All-Stars, making your own way through a bit of a career story mode. You're able to, basically jump into the city area, which is kind of cool, and just enjoy the scope of basically what's available out there within this one. It's quite expansive. It's got a ton of content to it. Similar to Madden, there's just a lot of different ways that you can engage with this one and play locally, play online, play locally with others or by yourself. There's just a lot of different ways to engage with this one and enjoy what it has to offer. So yeah, NBA 2K21. Fairly good addition. This is Narita Boy. So this one's kind of wild. It's like an 80s throwback pixel type fighting game with like a legendary element to it. It's really quite interesting and definitely a bit of a blast, as I'm sure many will enjoy just what this has to offer. I mean, it looks really cool to me. I like this throwback sort of style to it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Certainly something a little bit distinct, different, wild, and out there. If you like the whole throwback style of, this kind of visual era, this style of like pixel gameplay, I think you might actually find this one quite interesting and to be quite enjoyable within the title. So yeah, kind of great to have that option present. I think it's kind of a unique experience and just kind of a cool one to throw into the mix of everything else that I've kind of showcased here. And last but not least, we have Alice, Madness Returns, an enchantingly delightful, weird, quirky, messed up sort of platformer with shooting elements to it. It's just crazy. It's an insane title. It's really great, actually. I quite loved this one when I was trying it. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I definitely think it's worth checking out if you've never played this before, because just like aesthetically, it's quite gorgeous and just how insanely weird and messed up it is. This is just such a twisted take on Alice in Wonderland, which, I mean, Alice in Wonderland already is kind of twisted, but this takes it the full way, which is so cool. So I hope you enjoyed this list of Xbox Game Pass titles for March. Be sure to leave a like so that more people are able to check it out. And of course, we will be back next month with more options and titles, of course, with this ever-expanding and growing service that's available on the Xbox platforms. What a joy, and I hope you enjoyed. And subscribing is cool too.